Yep. Duh, who? Terry?
No, I'm taking off.
After that.
Now, you sure who's still online?
He's in game. Fleet's up.
Get you guys over the weekend.
See you there.
Later.
User disconnected from your channel.
Well, Prowler's 25 jumps out. The other guys are in MR, so.
Alright, well, I might as well get started.
Alright. At this point, I'm just a couple jumps out, so I just need to get scouted in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jordan. I'm Lee. And I'm
I might just use one of my alts in the shuttle as a
We've been
scout.
a comedy rock band for close to
They're
40
probably
years
best.
now. And all that
Unless
time
Dahl
we've
was
never
around,
had
he's
a
gonna
hit.
scout you.
Yeah, but You guys know why?
Nah, he went AFK.
He never wrote a four-chord song.
Gotcha.
What's that? What's a four-chord song, Benny?
Well, Fiona, all the greatest hits from the past 40 years just use 4 chords. Same 4 chords for every song. It's dead simple to write a pop hit.
Just 4?
Yeah, these 4. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4 chords.
Sorry, let me get
All you
this
need to
straight,
write a-
Chicken Little. What you're trying to say is you can take those 4 chords, repeat them, and pump out every pop song ever. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off, Chicken Little.
Just listen. Do you recognize this?
Yeah, that is Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Great song.
Very
There's
original
a few more that
song.
fit. Check it out. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel. Of that I'm sure.
Well, that's just 2 songs that are similar. That's
Forever young.
3
I
songs.
wanna be forever young. I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. This is the way you left me. I'm not pretending. No love, no hope, no glory, no happy ending. 'Cause you were amazing. We did amazing things. If I could, then I would. I'd go wherever you will go. And she will be loved. Yeah, she will be loved. Pictures of you, pictures of me, hung upon your wall for the world to see. 'Cause I can't live with or without you. When am I wrong? At your feet, you let your skin. Am I not pretty enough? Is my heart too? Double time? Double time. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. Go riding on the horses, yeah. No woman, no cry. Surely it's a dream. I come from a land down under. Once a jolly swagman kept riding on the horses. On me when I come around. When I come around. Big There's nothing that 100 men or more can ever do. Well, that's okay, 'cause I got no self-esteem. I'm afraid of life and
You got cut off there. What were you saying? What were you saying?
We lost him.
Take your canvas bags. Nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and ashamed. Lying naked on the floor. You should never change into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see I'm more than a fool. I'm more than a brain. I'm the good blade. I'm the good blade. I'm not the fucking good blade. Doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't that make you doesn't that make you shiver? The things you do, doesn't that seem familiar?
Lost you again.
Whatever I was living for, it's something I do remember.
Wake up.
Well, shit, you guys couldn't hear me the whole time. You guys hear me now? I've been talking to you guys too. Sorry. Let me know if it's too loud or anything like that, the music or my mic. Sweet, thanks for letting me know. As you can see there, the whole room is aggro to me. This is actually a bug right now in the game. With some certain missions, people are actually not doing level 4s because of this. Because you'll go into like a whole room. If you're not familiar with what I mean by that, is like when you do missions in this game, there's actually 5 levels. Level 1s you usually do in a frigate ship, a very small ship. I think you can probably do certain ones with cruisers. I can't remember. It's been a while. And then they have level 2s, which you can usually do with cruisers or battle cruisers. The level 3s, battle cruisers, any ship below that pretty much. And then level 4s you usually have to do in a battleship. You can do it in like a Drake, a battle cruiser, but you have to fit it pretty well. I wouldn't suggest doing it right now, just for the fact that this whole room aggroing to you kind of situation really makes it difficult for everybody. And then level 5s, I think you can only get in nullsec space, so 0-0 space. And you have to have pretty decent standing. So they're slowly going through my shield here. I might have to fly out. I have a lot of effective hit points though. Yeah, the bug is just super annoying right now. So a lot of people have given up on them. I'm doing level 3s because Drake is almost overkill, to be honest. Especially if you have like a lot of Tech 2 modules on it. I'm going to probably train up so that I can get like Tech 2 launchers as well, so that'll make it even more overpowered. Once I take out this battleship and some of those medium class ships, they shouldn't... Yeah, it's something to do with the new AI, actually. Yeah, I could definitely move around and get away from these guys so that they don't hit me as hard. I don't know, I just don't care. I'll just zoom. Whoa. So I am actually going to get the fuck out of here. Actually, I'm going to lose my ship. Oh, that's awesome. So you guys got to witness my Drake getting fucking exploded. Because I wasn't really paying attention and I was trying to talk to you guys. You just joined to a Drake getting exploded, man. And I don't even know if I had it insured. I don't think I did, which is gonna suck.
How sick?
Ouch. I got 18 million. I don't know if that's just the default. Nah, I won't blame you guys. It's funny. I was doing level 3s. The level 3s are even bugged where it seems like they're aggroing. The whole room's aggroing. I could have left. I just wasn't really paying attention. I should have just went away and flew and docked somewheres. I'll have to fly back in there somehow and get my stuff though. Actually, yeah, they're not expensive. Holy frick. Yeah, it does suck, but that's fine. 162. Yeah, the one that I was just doing, what mission was this? Let's see. New Frontiers Unveiling, I guess is the one that I was just doing. The whole room was pretty much on me. It seemed like everything was spawning too. Like everything was just, the whole room that started. I never even really killed anything, and it was triggering everything in the room, it seemed like. So it was kind of odd.
It's a tech website I read all the time.
I would get a Raven, but I don't have enough
Yeah,
money
big
to
Raven.
really fit it, so I might just get another
It's the only
Drake.
time that my Tengu is anywhere near vulnerable. Is that
So there's one in for 49 million, not too far from me. Just gonna see what the norm low price is for this. Oops, sell. I meant to look at. So that's pretty normal. That's the one that was shown on Eve Central. Yeah, the salvage and stuff like that. It's great. That's what I was going to do. Level 3s. I meant to get those salvage drones too, and then I could just salvage and kill the missions. But I didn't think they were going to take my structure down that fast. It was just all the little ships that were really close to me. I guess this one's one jump away from me. Sorry about that, guys. I was going to try 2 missions to show you guys, but of course I get destroyed by NPCs. Fucking noob. But yeah, like some of you guys, I'm in the night crew. I don't know if you know who they are. But they're a pretty good group of guys. They're mature players, anywhere from the age of like most people in here are like 25 to 30 years old, I think. Some 20-year-olds. I think the youngest person in our corp is like 20 or 19. They do a lot of wormhole operations. They do high-sec stuff too. PvP, manufacturing, industry. They pretty much do everything in this corp. It's really cool. If you're ever interested in stuff like that, they have a recruitment channel, and it's called the Night Crew Recruitment. So you just do like nullsec stuff probably. I actually went to nullsec a few times. I wasn't really playing the game that actively at the time that I did go there. So I never really had a whole lot of experience in 0-0 space. I always wanted to do stuff like that, go to 0-0 space and do the whole PvP thing, because I'm really a competitive kind of person by nature. I did some PvP like in WoW when I played it. I play League of Legends, which of course is like a 5v5 competitive kind of PvP thing, so I like doing that. I just don't really have a whole lot of assets right now on this tune, because I just got back to the game, and I used to have a lot of ISK in various different, battleships and battle cruisers and stuff. But when I left the game, I was actually in a wormhole at the time, and the people that I was with in the corp removed me from the corp from being inactive. So I lost a lot of assets that I had, like in an Orca, in the arrays, that the ship maintenance arrays that they had in the wormhole and everything. So I lost a lot of it. So that kind of sucked. When I came back to Retribution, I literally had like nothing left except my Drake. I think I have a stealth bomber sitting around somewhere as the Nemesis for Galante. So I have I can fly bombers. I'll just show you guys some of my skills. I mean, I don't have a whole lot from being a 2007 character because I wasn't fully active in training the whole time. But I do have a lot of level 5 skills. So I have Caldari Cruiser maxed out, Galante Cruiser, Frigate, Industrial, Mining Barges, Spaceship Command. I never really did a whole lot of the stealth bomber stuff, so any of the terms you kind of use, I'm not too familiar with them. But the whole idea of why I trained it was because when I was in wormhole space, at least when the game, whenever they first came out, I think it was Apocrypha or however you pronounce it. A big thing with what people would do is they would have like bombers in the wormholes, and if anybody like came in with like some Tech 3 ships or like, I don't know, just coming in trying to stealth to kill you or whatever when you're doing your sights, you could just bring in a blob of bombers and just decloak and just nail them all with your bombs. So I was really interested in doing that. I trained up all the skills to be able to equip one and set like a decent setup, but I never actually got to really use it. I actually had a couple of kids, one's 2 and 6, and that over those whole course of like, I don't know, 6 years, I've had to kind of drop off the game a few times. So whenever things actually got interesting, whenever I started playing EVE, real life kind of happened. But now that they're a little bit older now and I have time in the evenings, I'm definitely trying to play more, stream, show stuff to you guys as viewers, so that if anybody's not familiar with the game, they can try it out because it's really cool. Has a huge learning curve, mind you, but once you get past that, it's really cool. So I'll get my ship here, because if any of you are new joining the stream, I actually this last one doing level 3s because I'm a big noob. Wasn't really paying attention, and all the ships blew me up. A good tip if you're new to EVE, rename your ship, because people will think you're a noob if you don't.
I gotta go to bed soon.
Alright, so I got this. I can't remember how long it takes usually for a room to like reset its aggro if you fly back in, if they're all like in the same spot or not. I don't know if you guys as viewers who are familiar with the game know. Like I just left that spot and there was a bunch of ships, but I can't remember if they like reset to where their original locations were, or if there's like a timer on that. Because I lost my ship, but for sure there's going to be loot there still of my modules that was on it. 15 minutes? Okay. I'm pretty sure your salvage loot that's dropped, what, an hour and a half that they disappear? I think it's like similar to what containers. Okay, it's 2 hours. That's awesome then. So I might wait a few minutes for that to reset so I can just kind of go back in and hopefully grab my wreck so that I won't lose some of those modules I had. I don't think a lot of it was that expensive, but I mean it's better than actually rebuying everything, right? I might just buy some level 1 stuff so that I can equip my ship when I go in to take some damage and grab it and then jump out. I'm trying to remember my fitting that I had. Captain, it is somewhat hard. I'm not going to say it's like super challenging. I'm trying to think of something what to compare it to, but it's really kind of hard to compare it. There's like a huge learning curve to this game at the very start. A lot of people will leave the game when they first play it for like maybe even a few days, weeks, because there's so much the game offers. I think the biggest thing is when you first start, focus on one thing and try that and see if you like it. Be it industry, like manufacturing stuff, missions, mining. There's like planetary interaction where you can do stuff with planets and make money too. So don't try to do it all at once because you'll get really overwhelmed. A lot of the screen stuff that pops up is very distracting and overwhelming as well, like the market and everything. But you get used to it after a while. But I would say play it for like a month or two and try to stick to it, and then I think you'll start to like it. Definitely join a corp. It's not really fun doing stuff by yourself. Yeah, the tutorials, like D Extreme said, don't skip them because it explains a lot of stuff now when you first start off. It's gotten way better than when they originally did their tutorials. So definitely do the tutorials. You actually get stuff from doing the tutorials now. I think they give you like some kind of skill to train, a ship. I think like they give you like a shield or something like that you can use right away. Yeah, free ship skills. I mean, why not, right? Do the tutorial, try it out. They'll explain everything to you as much as they can of what you can do with your skills at that point. Always remember to keep skills training, because in this game the way it works is you train skills. It's like real life time. So if a skill actually takes 15 minutes to train, it's 15 real minutes. There's skills sometimes that take you like 30 to 45 days, real life time. That's when you're like trying to max them out at like level 4 or 5, right? Oh really, 10 million ISK, that's not bad. Most people will usually start out with the missions or mining when you first start off. You can try that. Mining's probably like one of the boring things to do in this game because it's just you kind of sit there and you shoot at asteroids, and that's pretty much it. So I'll buy 3 of these. So what I'm doing right now, if you guys are new, it is, ratting is, yeah. I'm just kind of, this is your assets window, so I'm just going in. I just bought these at this place of Jill 6, so I set my destination, so when I go out on dock here, it lights up your window so that you know like which direction to go when you're flying, your overview. So here it's all yellow. So I'm going to head there. It's 3 jumps away from me. I'm going to go pick up. I'm going to pick up the invulnerability fields. They give me resistances for my shield of each type. And I bought 3 of them, so I'm going to put them all on. I'm pretty sure there's penalties for everyone each one you do, but it still adds up to be a decent amount for you. So I'm going to put that all on. I'm going to go back. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are new to the game, I can send you, just put your email into the chat. I can actually send you guys trials. It's better than the trials if you go on the website, because the website gives you a 14-day trial. I can send you a 21-day trial, so it's extra a week basically. So if any of you are interested and you haven't done the game before and you're watching me now just to kind of get an idea, it's really fun. It is definitely time consuming, but it's the type of game where you can kind of walk away from your computer and it still does stuff for you, compared to like WoW or something MMO like that where you have to like literally stick and stay here and then your significant other is yelling at you. And so EVE is not really like that, which is great. Yeah, it's the best sandbox game hands down for especially like space related. To be able to have, anywhere at a given time 40 to 50,000 people playing on the same server is really cool. Yeah, I played beta for a while before it even came out. I remember playing it back then, and the graphics, like just in the beta, was so bad. And then when they came out with the real game, it was really good. So I played from beta on. I was in the top rating guild actually 2 years ago, 3 years, when Wrath of the Lich King was out. Basically, we were like, I think the second group of people on our server that actually down it. And then we did our heroics. I think we did all the heroics on it too, to be honest. But yeah, I miss WoW because of the interaction you have with your guild, especially if you did it like hardcore. Like I did it hardcore, but I still could have a life kind of thing, I guess. But the group of people that I was with were really dedicated people, very competitive. So like we were on a few hours a night every night. Took breaks on certain days of the weekend or whatever. But when we went in, we like had a plan and we all stuck to it, and we tried to get the best of the best people in our guild when we went in. We blew through Wrath of the Lich King there, the Ice Crown, so fast. We were just stuck on the last boss for a while until we kind of got it. But it was so awesome when we downed him. We're just like, yeah. Everybody's screaming in Vent. Yeah, I don't know. I think ICC was the best raid ever. Like a lot of people complained, and they were kind of like, I was kind of disappointed about like the buff that they gave in there when you're an Ice Crown. I can't remember what it started off with. I think we killed him before they were increasing the buff or something like that. I forget what it was called at the time, but there were so many hours that we were in there doing all that stuff. But it was so fun. Like I missed doing that. Yeah, that's what it was. The max was 35. I'm pretty sure we did it on 10. I can't remember how much it increased every week or second week, but we did it like in the first or second buff that they did of it. I just miss actually being with those group of people. Like I actually still play with some of them in League of Legends to this day, and it's been years. We've all known each other for years. We never really met each other. We probably will someday, but I consider them, really good friends now because we played that game for years. Oh, really? I haven't done the new Mists of Pandaria. I did whatever the hell the other one was called there after ICC. I did that one where you killed the dragons or whatever. We did all that, but I never did the second part of it when they came out with it. Let's see here. So I'll pick up my items. I'm just grabbing these ones right now so that I can fly in and get my stuff and fly out so I don't like die instantly. I can just run these for 2 minutes should give me enough time. I could see if they have any capacitors here. What are those called again? Sorry guys, it's been a while since I started playing again. Oh, is that the one I did? Yeah, I guess I did that one. Got what on Steam? Eve? I don't know if they have Eve on Steam or not. I actually just went on their website and created a trial when I first did this game, and then I converted it to a real account. Okay, well you could probably get it through Steam then. I just created a trial account through their website, and then you can convert it. So that way there, if you want, you can try it for the 14 days or whatever, and then switch it to a paid account. So at least there is some limitations on trials, like trading money. You only can train certain skills, that sort of thing. 7 minutes? Oh, I can buy 4. That seems pretty expensive price, but whatever. I don't feel like flying all over the place. Okay, I'm stable for now. So I'm going to fly back, try to get my stuff. If any of you are new that joined me that didn't see what happened, I actually lost my Drake doing level 3 missions. The whole room aggroed to me and I wasn't really paying attention. And they blew me up. Where is that mission at again? Yeah, the big ships and stuff. But I mean, usually you can't train to the big ships until after that point anyways, right? So it doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, it's actually 12:01 a.m. here. I'm on Mountain Standard Time, which is like an hour ahead of Pacific Standard Time. I'm in Canada, Alberta. I actually was born and raised in New Brunswick, the province of New Brunswick in Canada, but I actually moved to Alberta in July. It's actually quite the difference from New Brunswick to Alberta. New Brunswick's probably like the poorest province in Canada. And then moved to like one of the richest provinces in the country because of all the oil here. Cool, Chicago. Nice. I was to the States before. I was actually to California. My brother actually lives out there. He took a lot of schooling here in Canada as a nuclear medicine technician, and he got flown out to the States because there was a huge demand for those type of jobs. So he gets paid pretty decent money. He was very fortunate. Good old Seattle. Lots of people from the U.S. But the only places I've been is pretty much California. Yeah, I do. I have 360. I don't play it a whole lot. I might get Halo and Far Cry though to play on it. I have Steam. I play a lot of games with some of my friends, and quite a few of them are through Steam. Yeah, my brother-in-law, he bought it for the Xbox, and he has like a huge 60-inch TV. And I was over there yesterday, and he was playing, and it looks awesome. Especially on his huge high-def TV that he was playing on. It was sick. I just like the fact of... actually, I didn't want to go there. Shit. I like how it's like all open world. It's kind of like Skyrim, almost. But you have like guns, and you're killing people. It's really interesting. I'm not sure if it was... Is it the same company that made Far Cry as it was as Skyrim? Because it seems really, really similar. Alright, so I'm going to fly that spot. I'll turn on all my stuff first here. I was pretty much... no, I haven't. It's like online. Like I heard of Elder Scrolls. Is this like a new thing that it's just like a multiplayer online? Cool. I'll put it in Notepad, Captain. I'm not near my Xbox right now, of course, so I won't be able to do it right now. But wow, there's a lot of ships here. Let's see where my salvage is. Whoop, let's get the hell out of here, guys. See how, like, watch my overview? Everything just starts locking onto you in the room. That's like the bug that people are having with certain missions in this game. So what happened is I was doing that mission and everything started triggering in the room. Pretty much the whole room triggered and came in. And they all aggroed me and they were just shooting at me like crazy and flew up on me real close. Yeah, I never actually looked at the Elder Scrolls Online. Like, I remember the Elder Scroll games, but... So is this going to be like an MMO? That's cool.
With the Elder Scrolls Online, we're bringing two different groups of players together. We've got the Elder Scrolls crowd, which is used to great games like Skyrim and Oblivion and Morrowind and the older games. And then we have the MMO crowd, which is used to all the great MMOs from the last 15 years. We're bringing them all together into one.
Is this showing on the stream good for you guys, or is it skipping? Sweet.
Elder Scrolls Online, everything you need to know about it is right in the name. It's Elder Scrolls, but it's online. And when the team set out, they wanted to create strategic real-time combat. We wanted to create a lot of world immersion. We wanted to create a landscape that was rewarded exploration. But all of that had to be brought together with really great social systems.
So Elder Scrolls Online is set 1,000 years before Skyrim. And not only is it 1,000 years before Skyrim, but it draws on all the legends and everything that you've read about in the books that you find in Elder Scrolls games. So we've got 20 years of lore to draw from.
We made sure that Morrowind, Cyrodiil, and Skyrim feel like they do in Elder Scrolls 3, 4, and 5. The art style is right in line with those titles. Now you can explore all of Tamriel. You can return to places that you've seen before, and you explore new places that you've never been.
They're going to make so much money off of this game.
This is an Elder Scrolls combat system.
Yeah, it's going to probably beat WoW for sure.
And your weapon.
Just look at how much attention
Hold its power.
the PC version got, like people playing.
And of course, sprinting, crouching, and sneaking around play a role.
All of our characters are designed so that hundreds of them can be on screen at one time. You're going to have lots of customization options to make the character look unique. You'll find Dwarven armors, Daedric armors, Elven armors, basically all the types of armor styles and customization options that you expect from an Elder Scrolls game and Elder Scrolls lore.
By far the worst experience of any online game is at its launch when you're trying to find your friends. You can't find people, you create a character on one shard, and then you find out everyone else is on another shard, and you have to move. That experience is not good. So we are not going to have shards. We have a technology we call Mega Server, where all players are on one server. So all
It's
your
a
friends are right there,
sandbox.
you create a character, you click play, and you go. The game is smart about where to put you. It puts you in game spaces with your friends, with your guildmates. It's a way to be connected with everyone. And the
That's
game
true,
is
yeah, Kill.
So with Elder Scrolls Online, one of the big things is that you'll be able to
Rift being in one of them.
and overcome
They like even advertised it.
heroic dungeons, but most importantly, when you participate with your friends or even just with strangers, you're not competing for resources. You're all working together to overcome something, and you get equal credit for that.
As a player, you're able to start off by picking one of 9 races. You'll be able to pick a class, so that's just the start, though.
Yeah, I tried Rift too, and I was just, I don't know, it just wasn't. It's like once you play WoW, and like you had that relationship built with the people, like the guilds that you were in and stuff. Once you start going to other games and you don't have the same people with you, it just does. It feels like you don't have that same feeling when you're playing the games and doing the raiding and stuff. I think WoW spoiled a lot of us when we played it.
Use a two-handed weapon, or you can play as a sneaky guy.
Not that it was like the best game ever. Like, I mean, it was for its time and everything, but I think people have outgrown WoW, but they can't find like the same thing that they liked about WoW, which was, I think, really the relationships you built with people.
You have perks. For instance, perks allow you to become a werewolf or a vampire, or maybe even have special pets. But it's not just about that. There are other things like how you increase your stamina, how you increase your magic, or how you increase your health that really take you from your initial class choice.
Like, there's so many games that I've played with other friends that are like, oh yeah, you gotta come try this out. Like, I tried Rift. I tried Star Wars Online, the new one there, Galaxies or whatever it was called. Terra. I think Terra was really cool though, like when we all tried it, but we just kind of fell from that one too. It's like the whole grind thing, this makes people so annoyed nowadays.
When the player explored, for them to be able to see something around its corner.
Yeah, I even have Guild Wars too.
Well, I was on this quest.
I like bought it and I played it for probably like a few hours and I haven't touched it. I have it on my computer. I think it was cool. I don't know. I have a hard time getting into these type of MMOs now. I think I got burnt out.
Is really through exploration.
Yeah, I like the combat system in Terra. I thought it was great. Once you go from like a game like WoW, where when you click your spells it just automatically hits shit, and then you go to like a game like Terra where you actually have to aim and like, it's just such a difference.
The player gets there, they fend off the werewolf invasion, they save the town, and every time you...
Yeah, that's what actually happened to me and my buddies. We hit like level 40, 45, and like it was a huge grind, right? Probably not as bad as like EverQuest when it first came out, but like similar. It was just like people didn't want to do that because they did it so much in other MMOs. Like, wow, you're like, oh, I grind the 85, I can finally raid now, and then you do the raiding and it's fun, and then you don't want to grind anymore, and then you go to a new game and it's like the same thing. You're like, fuck, I gotta grind the max level to do anything fun, really. Yeah, this game looks really cool.
PvP in Elder Scrolls Online is focused around taking various structures in Cyrodiil. Remember Cyrodiil?
One thing I was disappointed in, off topic of, it's kind of an MMO, I don't know, Diablo 3.
Imperial cities up for grabs.
It's an action RPG, I guess, so I wouldn't call it an MMO. I was really disappointed they didn't bring the PvP out in that game.
Take and hold keeps, structures, and resource fixtures around the keep.
Yeah, Jay Wilson, fucking awesome. You're awesome, man.
It's really important to us that PvP isn't just a veteran game. It's got to be something that people can do from the very beginning because we want to be comfortable in getting into this. So we make sure that everybody is on equal footing. So even at level 10, you can go into our PvP area and really have a great experience and a good time.
Like if they have a whole world of people. Imagine the PvP in this game. The problem with Diablo 3 was It would have been a little bit better had they released it like what it is now, after they did all the patches and stuff. I don't like when people say, "Oh, but Diablo 2 wasn't good until Lord of the Destruction came around." A lot of people are like saying that about Diablo 3. They're like, "Oh, well, look at Diablo 2 and Lord of Destruction." Well, yeah, it's fine to say that, but like, they learned those mistakes then in Lord of Destruction, and then they made the same ones in Diablo 3 when it first started, so they learned nothing from Diablo 2. I mean, it was a whole new team of people, right? Blizzard North was actually the guys that did the other Diablos, and they left. Yeah, it does. Yeah, the game's really cool. I'll probably end up trying it out. I'm sure all of my friends will be like, "Oh, this is the next best thing since sliced bread," and we'll all try it. But it's cool because I never played Elder Scrolls a lot. I did play it a bit, but I really, really liked it. Like, I like games like that. The only thing is I found with like sometimes with certain games like that, there's so much to them. But I guess that could be comparable to Eve, where there's just so much to do, like the crafting and all these other things. I just find me personally, don't have enough time to invest like that anymore, especially where I have kids and stuff. But if I would have been like, I don't know, 15, 20 again, I'd be like, yeah, fucking love that shit. But I'll load it up and see. I think it's this, if I'm correct. Why is it not loading? Yeah, let's see. It's a 3 for the first E. Some of the games that I have on Steam are... I got a lot of the XCOM stuff because I used to love that shit when I was younger. I had Torchlight 2 and 1, Terraria, Team Fortress, Civ. This must be like a playable thing. Yeah, Portal, PlanetSide 2. I was trying that out lately. It's really cool. Free to play game. I recommend it to people to play. It's a first-person shooter kind of MMO. Yeah, have a good night, The Extreme. Just hit the, if you're interested in watching streams like this, hit the follow button. It'll let you know whenever I'm streaming. And I'll probably be doing this most nights. Sweet man, thanks. I appreciate it. If you guys have any feedback about the stream, how I'm talking, anything, quality, sounds, let me know. I want to make this a good stream for you guys. I'm going to try to do it most evenings. It can be difficult when you have kids and a wife, but when they're in bed, it's me time, because I'm a night guy. Let's see here. So what did I get back? Here's the question, guys. Not a whole lot. So I lost all of my, I got all of my launchers, or not all of them, few of them. My ammunition, wow, they make you lose a lot of stuff now. That's crazy, guys. I remember a while ago, like, you would get a good majority of it back, except for like your rigs. That's the biggest thing. Which game are you downloading again? Eve? If you want, Captain, I can send you a 21-day trial so that you can actually try it out first before you actually decide if you're going to switch to a paid account. All I have to do is send it to your email if you want. Okay, he's got the 14, because I could have sent it, if you gave me your email address, I could have sent you a 21-day one, because if you have like a subscription account, you can actually send it off, and it gives 21 days instead of the 14. So I have Arma on here because I play DayZ a lot. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like a zombie game based off of the Arma engine. It's really cool. I recommend trying it out. It's kind of a neat game. They're actually going to be using, I think they got the rights to their engine, and they're going to be building like their own standalone game soon, which will be really cool because I don't know if they're going to do it free for people. They might charge a price. I don't know how they're going to do it with the whole licenses with that company and stuff, but it's really, really cool. I hope they keep expanding on it and they make like a real full game with their own graphics and stuff at some point, because zombies is cool, right? We all watch Walking Dead probably. I have Black Ops. I usually never really played it. I installed it to play with friends. 2 is out. I may get it when the price drops to play with some of my friends because they play like the zombies games and stuff like that on there. I have the Dota 2 beta thing. I haven't really played a whole lot of it because I'm more of a League of Legends type of guy right now. So these are kind of my games I play. I don't have a whole lot, but I have a few. So I'll equip some of this stuff back to my ship so I save myself money. Why can't I fit this? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Wow, I lost a lot of them, eh? 3? I lost a lot of stuff. Holy shit. I didn't think they made it so bad, but they must have did that recently. Yeah, I tried Torchlight 2. I actually really, really liked it in comparison to Diablo. I never really stuck with it or finished it. I think it's probably because I'm have ADD or something. I keep switching from game to game a lot, but I'm pretty big in League of Legends right now. Killing my head. I play League a lot, so that takes a lot of my time, and I don't play like a lot of other games or anything. But the stuff that I lost, Mark, is I had 6 or 7 of these launchers. How many points do I have here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I lost 4 of these heavy launchers. I lost a ballistic control, which helps with your missiles. I think it increases the damage output of them, or rate of fire and damage bonus. So I lost one of those. I had 2 beta capacitors, power relays. I think they're not expensive, but they're expensive enough. They're like the best version of the Tech 1 of it. I had 3 medium rigs. I had 2 medium capacitor rigs, and I think there was a defense one that helped with my defenses here. I lost probably like 2,000 or 3,000 of each of these missile types. So yeah, it was a lot of stuff. It was probably say like 50 million worth of stuff that was on my ship. Maybe even more, because all of my Tech 2, I actually lost my Tech 2 invulnerability fields. I had 3 of them. And then I had 2, actually I think I had 4 of them. And I had a 1 thermic disposition, or whatever it's called. It basically gives you thermic resistance. I had a medium shield booster too. So there was a lot of stuff actually that I lost on that. And I didn't even have it insured. I got like the basic insurance. I think they gave me like 18 million ISK. So that kind of sucked. But I wasn't really paying attention. I was talking to the stream. The whole room aggroed to me. It was even only level 3 missions, and I had a decent setup on my Drake. Like my effective HP was really, really high, and it took forever for them to break my shield. I just didn't realize they were going to chew through my structure so fast, which usually does happen on a Drake because you're more shield tanking, right? But I do have decent skills in my armor too, so I don't know. It was kind of crazy. I should have been paying attention, but I wasn't. So I'm going to have to buy more stuff to kind of get this back to the way that I wanted it. I might be able to actually upgrade some of it too, because my skills are better now than when I first made that ship and set it up. Yeah, man, like that's actually what I did. I I was very inactive for a long time, like probably 8 months. It's just because like work, I have kids, I have a family, other obligations kind of popped up. But now that my kids are kind of older, things are kind of settling down. We moved as well from one province to another. I live in Canada. I'm basically on the West Coast now instead of the East Coast, so there was a lot going on in my life. But I'm back to the game. I read up on a lot of the changes for Retribution. I think they're really cool. I like CCP as a company. I think they have a really cool vision of where the game's going with all the integration, especially like Dust 514, which is the console game that they're going to make for PS3, and how it's all going to kind of interact with this game and stuff. It's really, really cool what they're doing, and especially that it's a sandbox game where everybody's on the same server. That's cool, especially for PvP, right? So let's see for capacitor. I think I can use the Tech 2 ones now. Yep. So the Tech 2 gives me 24%, minus 11%. And if I was to go with the beta, these are what I had before on them, guys. Oh, you've been away for 15 months? Yeah. I've been playing since 2007, but on and off, and I usually had huge gaps in between. Sometimes I could even have like a year, but most times it was like half a year. I would get into the game, but then things would come up in my life, and I'd have to stop. It depends. If you were in a corporation before you left, and you might have had stuff like in their hangars, or if you were doing like wormhole stuff, you might have lost some of it. However, if you didn't have any of your stuff, if you had everything like docked somewhere, you should have it all when you log back in if you use the same account. Cool, thanks for joining, Speedy. I appreciate you, coming on and viewing and supporting. Just hit the follow button. I'll be trying to do this most nights, so I'll let you know when I'm online if you like to watch. And if you have any feedback, definitely let me know. I'm open to all kinds of feedback to make the stream better for you guys. I appreciate that you are all viewing me. I just figured I would stream for people that want to see the game, have been away, hopefully give some knowledge. I'm not the most knowledgeable of the game because I've been gone so long, but I'll try to help everybody out and entertain as much as I can. I'm just getting used to this whole new streaming thing. My internet package is actually better now so that I can actually do it, and I have a decent computer that I upgraded, so. No, it's not wrong. I can do something. I was actually thinking about getting like a green thing that I can hang up in the back, and then I can just put something behind me, or just make it that you guys see just me on the screen. I don't know if you guys watch other streams, like for other games. I give an examples like Athene. I don't know if most people know who he is because he plays like a ton of games and tries to be the best at them, where you have like a green screen behind you and it imposes you on the screen of whatever game you're playing. Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks, Zeki, is when people go inactive, like Corpse and stuff like that go inactive, because I find the best part of EVE is when you're like in a corporation, you're on like Ventrilo or TeamSpeak or the in-game sound, and then you're communicating with everybody, because it's fun in Corpse, because then you can do all the operations, right? So you can do wormhole ops, mining ops, PvP, small roam gangs, all ratting, plexus. There's so much stuff that you can do, but it's so much funner to do it with other people. Anyone who's new is joining the stream. Like I'm in a holding corp right now, so I'm going to be joining the main corp probably like in a few weeks, month or something like that. I'm just training, and they're kind of getting to know me right now. But probably in a few weeks, you guys will be seeing me more. If you keep tuning in and watching, I'll probably be doing like PvP, wormhole ops, so you guys can kind of see that if you're new to it. Yeah, maybe I should put a poster back there. This is technically my 2-year-old's room. I have my computer in here. He has his toddler bed over there, but actually He usually sleeps in our other room anyways because he keeps waking up and he still takes a bottle in the night and stuff. So this room isn't really decorated, I guess, for a guy or something. But I'll try to do something so that it doesn't look so bland for you guys. Yeah, low-sec mining ops is fun because you can get decent ore, right? Some of the areas that I hang out around in here, there's some decent mining, like for high-sec anyways. There's like Kernite, Pyro. If you scan some sites down, you can find like some of the Hemerite, Jaspit, Amber. Like you can find that stuff when you scan. I found actually quite a few of those sites the other night scanning because I have pretty decent scanning skills trained. I can usually pinpoint them down pretty quick. I'm used to doing that because I lived in wormhole space for a while. Probably for like a year I lived in one for a while by myself when my friends became inactive that I played with, but it's really, really fun doing the sleeper sites and mining in there and stuff in the PvP. So I'm going to buy some Relay 2s. Gonna have to fly back to this place. This one's 3 jumps away. This one's not much more, so I'll buy a second here. There's actually, if you guys are new to the game, I'll put the music back on for you guys. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Get rid of this dumb song though. It's a little bit different, but not a whole lot. I think they made the scanning ranges different now too. They have like these green diagonal lines that you can line stuff up better and stuff. It's gotten better than what it was before, but not a whole lot different. There's a thing called Eve Fitting Tool. I just can't remember where you get the latest version. December 12th, so that's 3 days ago. Well, yeah, I'm kind of relearning myself too. Is this music a little too loud for you guys? It seems kind of loud. Why is this? Okay, I gotta wait. My email popped up on this. Oh, up in the corner. Okay, yeah. Thanks, man. Incognito mode or some other browser when you stream. Well, what I can do is I actually have this. The thing is I don't want to always hide my browser from you guys. It's actually on Team Liquid. Yeah, I know. Some people are assholes. I'm probably eventually going to have to get a thing, like a proxy thing for my computer so that people can't ping me to fucking death either and DDoS me. Yeah, well, I'm actually used to knowing about that stuff too. It's like because I watch a lot of streams. I watch streams more than I watch TV, to be honest with you. I watch a lot of League of Legends streams so that I can get better at the game and watch how the pro players play and their builds and stuff and the decisions that they make. I watch actually Wings of Death. He's a really, really, really good streamer. He explains everything that he does. Let's see if this stuff is showing up on my stream now. Yeah, you guys can't see Chrome now. Sweet. Let's see if I do my Explorer. Okay, yeah, you guys don't see it. That's cool. That's a cool tool. So I'm gonna get Eve Fitting Tool. Did I leave? I left that page when it was counting down the download. Awesome. Kale. So you have 4 accounts that you're doing on Eve. Wow, 5. It is hard to find corporations. I don't know if you tried like the forums or not. Like there's a spot on the forums where there's a spot on the forums that you can go and there's like people put ads kind of on there to see who they can get in their corp, and they explain like what they want to do, if they want to do just mining specifically or manufacturing and production kind of stuff or planetary interaction. If you can try to find one of those are good corps. Yeah, like he said, Perv said, just find one that fits you, your time zone. If you have a lot of real life stuff going on, make sure they're not like a super hardcore kind of group that will nag on you if you're not on all the time. I think there's actually an in-game recruitment channel that you can join too, and people like spam recruitment ads. That's a good way of finding a decent corp. Forums is really good. The corp that I'm in, they're actually more about doing like wormhole operations. Like they do some ice mining. They don't do a whole lot of mining because they do a lot of planetary reaction. So they kind of pay for all their fuel and stuff like that when they do it, and they don't really need to do a lot of mining because they get a lot of the stuff that they need from doing planetary interaction. This is the second time that I've done that. I'm just downloading. There's a tool. I'll link it to you guys. Actually, it's a safe link. Don't worry. It's like from the creators. That there is actually, it's called Eve EFT. This is the newest version. It stands for Eve Fitting Tool, and it allows you to put in your API so that you can actually play around with different ship setups, and it will match to your skills. So then you can actually see what you can fit on your ship based on your skills. I'll show it to you guys actually once I have it downloaded here. Wormhole operations, Captain. Since you're new, I'm talking a lot of lingo, so yeah, just keep letting me know in chat if you're really new and you're not sure. But basically, there's a expansion called Apocrypha that they actually introduced wormholes in. There's quite a few expansions ago. So what you do is you have scanning skills in this game that you use, and you need probes, you need training for it. There's a bunch of skills called astrometrics that you have to train up. Astrometrics, pinpointing, range finding, all these different skills. And they increase your better findings of these sites that you scan for with your ship. So when you find them, sometimes when you scan down these, they're called cosmic anomalies. And when you scan them down, it'll say like unstable wormhole, and then you can go in them. And when you go in them, there's all this different stuff in there. Like when you go inside, you have to scan more. You find all these different like scan sites in there, and there's these, they call them sleeper sites, and they're like NPC rats, kind of similar to if you're doing missions, and they drop salvage, which is Tech 3 salvage, so you can build Tech 3 ships, so it's worth a lot of money. So you can go in there, do those sites, come out, sell the salvage and all of the parts that you get at JITA or some other good trade hub, and you make tons of money doing it. Like I'm talking like hundreds of millions of ISK, or if not billions of ISK. That sometimes you can get lucky. You can scan sites in there for hidden asteroid belts, which have like the best ore types in the game in there that sell for really good money. They have radar sites that you can do, which, what the heck is this? This is like the craziest CAPTCHA thing that I ever seen in my life. But yeah, you can do like radar sites, ladder sites, like gas cloud mining, hacking sites. Like it's really, really cool. You make tons and tons of money in wormhole space. A lot of people are doing wormhole operations, like they call them when they live in wormhole space. So what you do is you go and you set up a player-owned station, which is a POS, and you have to buy all these parts, set up the station. When you fuel it, it creates a force field so that it can be protected. You have to build all of these, like, you have these arrays for weapons that you can put around it, electronic warfare things that you can put around it to like scramble their warp, slow them down, shoot at them, and it protects. And then at this POS, you can set up these refineries, ship maintenance arrays, all kinds of stuff, and you can like break down ore at these places, and there's like no waste because it's like your own refinery. You can park your ships there, change the fitting on your ships with the ship maintenance arrays. Like there's so much stuff that you can do there. It's really, really, really fun. You guys will probably, if you follow me and you keep tuning in throughout the weeks, I'm going to probably eventually get out there with my corp. I'll probably be limited to how much I can show. I might have to hide like where we are and stuff, and maybe you can listen on TeamSpeak. It really depends on what my CEO, like I'll have to tell him that I'm streaming and stuff. But you'll be able to see like PvP fighting, because people fight over the wormholes. When you're in the wormhole, other wormhole entrances and exits open up inside of it that lead to other wormholes that are like deeper and deeper and deeper. So what could happen potentially is if you're in a wormhole, you could be in, and there's different classes of them too, right? Each class, it goes class 1 to 6. Each class is that you go into, there's better sites that you can scan in them. And the sleeper sites that you scan and do in there, like the NPCs that you fight, they get stronger and stronger in each higher class that you go. They get like bigger battleships and all kinds of stuff. They're really, really difficult. They get smarter. They do all kinds of stuff. But what can potentially happen is you can go in as a corporation into one of these wormholes, and you set up your station, and you're ready to work in there and do your operations with your corporation, and you have your army in there to protect you, and everything's going good. But then all of a sudden, like say you're in a class 3 wormhole, well, an exit could open up from a huge PvP alliance corp that's in like a class 6, and then they see like their wormhole leads into yours, and then they all come through and they start roaming in yours to check it out and see what's in there, and then they're like, hey, these guys don't have a really good POS set up. It probably can't be defended if we bring in these type of ships and attack it. So you have to watch out for stuff like that. So there's a lot of PvP that happens in wormholes because people are kind of fighting back and forth for their territory in there. They don't want to lose their stations because they make so much money in there. Sometimes you have to like kind of cut your losses and leave though, because if there's like a huge nullsec alliance that like pops in there from like one of their neighbor wormholes and they're like, we're going to wipe you out, sometimes you have to cut your losses and leave, because those guys, like some of the huge alliances have like so many ships, and they can like open up Sinai fields where like it opens up this hole, and then they warp in all these ships into your wormhole and stuff. Like it's just crazy, but it's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend if you guys are new to try it sometime, because it's really cool, exciting, gets your adrenaline going. It's crazy. They did. With Retribution, they actually changed the AI. The funny thing is, Seki, I don't know how long you've been watching, but earlier I lost a Drake doing level 3s. Normally I would solo level 4s. I was doing level 3s because the AI, there was a little bit of a bug when they introduced this new AI. Some of the missions, the entire room like aggros to you. So you go in, everything starts triggering, like without even killing anything, the whole room triggers. Like I'm sure if you played the game before, I think you said you came back to the game, right? I'm not sure, but before, when you used to do missions, you would kill like certain NPC rats, right? And it would trigger the next set that would come in. Well, what's happening now is you go in and they're just all triggering, and then they all fire at you. So what happened earlier, probably like a half an hour ago, I was in there with my Drake, which was pretty OP. Like I had decent Tech 2 modules and stuff on there for my resistances and all that stuff, and I had a lot of effective HP points for my shield, and they just like literally destroyed me in like a few minutes. I wasn't really paying attention either. I was kind of talking to the stream and the new people that was joining my stream. I was talking to them and explaining things, and then all of a sudden I just got blown up because the whole room aggroed to me and they were just firing at me. I'm pretty sure that some of them had me webbed, which means like they slow you down so that you can't move very fast. So my aligning was taking a very long time when I was trying to align to a station that warp off. All aligning is like you click on something in your overview and you can click on align. It says align to, and it'll like align you to that direction. And whenever you're aligned to something, you'll like insta warp when you hit a certain speed. So I was trying to do that, but my ship was turning very, very slow. So I'm pretty sure they had me like webified down that I couldn't move. So I'm just going to extract Eve fitting tool. I put a link in chat earlier, so if any of you guys are interested in that or haven't used it before, it's very, very cool. Just going to extract it to my desktop here. Yeah, they've done a lot of changes with that stuff too. I'm just going to see this is showing right on the stream. Yeah. So this is like Eve fitting tool. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, you can actually download it. It's free. I'll actually link you guys to the forums. This thread that I'm linking you guys in chat, that thread there is where it'll always be updated. So if you want to get new versions, and it's like safe, it's from the creator, the guy that created it. So what you can do is you can go into View, and there's a character editor. And I'm just trying to remember, it's been a while. So you hit, so there's like a Appy's. Actually, I'm going to create a new character and name it my character. I'm going to hit import, and then there's like a key ID and verification code. I'm just going to take this off the stream because I don't want a lot of people seeing it. But you get this information by going to Eve's website. Just going to remember eveonline.com/appy. So if you go there, you can actually log in with your account. It's on Eve's website. And you log in with your account or whatever, and you can create like this, create an appy for yourself. And on the website, it has like an ID and a verification code, and you just copy it and put it in to here. What? Did I take the wrong one? What? Does this not work anymore? Oh, there we go. So then you put it in and you just import it. So now I have basically my guy linked up to this. So now I can go in here and I can go Drake search, and then it pops up this window for you where you can actually add modules and everything, and it'll use my appy information to know what skills I have trained. Let's see, there are no setups. So I'm going to create a new setup. I'm just going to call my OP Drake setup. Just going to make this bigger. So like basically it has the whole setup here for you where you can use like your low slots, your medium slots, high slots, your rigs, everything. And then over here in the drop down character I can pick my Tesa character, and it's basically using my skills now. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go capacitor relay, or what the heck, how's it spelled? Capacitor power relay. I'll put in a couple of those. I'm going to do invulnerability fields too. And as you're throwing stuff in here on the right side, it has all your stats. This is basically like the same as if you're in here and you're fitting, right? Like all of this. So it'll show you like your stats as you're doing that. So I'm going to put that. I'm going to get a medium shield booster 2. And right now, like my effective hit points is at 37,546, which is not too bad. It's 38,000. I'm trying to remember where it shows you. Yeah, it'll show you like right here. I keep pointing because I'm new to streaming. I'm thinking you guys can see what I'm doing, but right here, the capacitor, it will tell you like if I have all these modules on right now, how long it's going to last. Same as your fitting tool basically in the game. So right now it shows that if I was to run all of this, it'd be out in 3 minutes and 36 seconds. So that means I need to add more like either capacitor power relays, or I can add rigs. If I add the rigs on here, I can add capacitor rigs that will basically make me stable. You want this always to kind of stay stable, so that way you can run everything. Either when you're doing the missions, whatever you're doing, you can just keep it on so that you're not taking damage. Sometimes some people will take, I'm trying to remember what they're called. I think they're called boosters, and then you can use those to give you like a certain amount of cap every time you run it. I don't usually like doing that. I like to, how do I know I have skills for all of this? This tool that I'm actually using, Kale, it's called the Eve Fitting Tool. I linked everything in chat, so you probably can see it where you can download it. You import your API information from Eve, and when you import the API information in here, it actually links to Eve's server to know what your character has for skills in real time, basically. So right now, as I'm equipping stuff, this tool actually knows if I can use it or not. Like these green check marks beside all of the items that I just attached, that means that I can actually use that skill. I have the right amount of training to be able to do it. Up in this corner, there's like a green, like rectangular kind of thing here. If that turns red as you're throwing stuff on here in your high, medium, and low slots, this will turn red, and if you hover over it, it will tell you what skills you don't have, and you can't like use it on the ship. So it's really, really cool. And on the right side here, it basically gives you, it changes your stats to know what you're getting from all of these modules. I think it's awesome because it gives you more detail than what Eve would give you in the game. It'll even, as I add on, I'm going to add launchers on here. As I add those on, and it'll tell me my DPS over here too, what my range is for the weapons. I can even switch out the different ammo types if I want, and it'll like let me know how much more damage I'm doing, how far I can shoot, etc. So it's really, really cool. I usually always use this tool to set up my ships first, so I can kind of find the best fit I can with my skills to get the most optimal stats for everything. So I'm going to get some heavy assault missile. And on this side here, when you're like, I'm searching in a box up here, so you can either use these drop down things here. It's similar to the market if you're in the game. Or you can just use a quick search here, because I just know off the top of my head some of the things that I've been using before and what I'm capable of using. But in this box here, this will tell you how much CPU the module takes and how much capacitor it takes. And up here, based on your skills that you have and in the ship that you're in and the bonuses that the ship has based on your skills tree, etc., up here it will tell you what your max CPU is, capacitor, and drones. So right now I know on this Drake I have the max CPU of 656.25. My capacitor max is 1062.5. This will actually take in consideration implants and stuff as well, which is really, really cool. And then here is like all of my effective HP for my shields, defense. This tells me when I have my shield active over here, my medium shield booster, how much I'm going to get back. That's what I basically, it's actually 5 with the booster. I'm not sure if that's the most optimal. Like I said, I'm kind of new to the account and I'm a little bit noobish, so I don't know all the best setups for a Drake. But yeah, I have like... So you're saying it's not a good setup? Because I know it gives you like a lot of stats for your resistances, but I know there's penalties. So you don't want really to be running anything for a capacitor. You just want it all to be passive. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I had shield extenders on my ship before. But I think I had a couple invulnerability fields. Right? That's right. I think you go with shield extenders, right? For the passive. I just basically want to do level 3 missions with it. Yeah, now I remember that's what I had on my ship. But I know I had some invulnerability fields for the resistances. But I think I had more extenders now that I think about it. So if people in chat don't know what Forrest is talking about, shield extenders give you HP for your shield, but it's passive, so you don't have to turn it on and use any capacitor to use it. But I think with extenders, it still uses like a lot of your capacitor out of your main ship or whatever. But yeah, if you have a standard fitting, man, let me know and I'll try it out. I can use pretty much a lot of Tech 2 stuff. So if you know of like any of the Tech 2 or whatever, I can do it. I'm just using an E-fitting tool. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I like using that so I can kind of find the best fit for my skills. And I wanted to let the viewers kind of see it if they're new and want to find the best way to kind of equip their ships. I think it's a really cool tool. So I think I have to do medium shield extenders. Like I can do 2s. Wow, that gives me so much HP. Okay, thanks, Force. I appreciate it. Yeah, it brings the resistances down so much, though. You probably want like 2 invulnerability fields, probably. I think this is what I had before, as a setup like this. And then I had 2 ballistic. Can I use 2s yet? I guess I can. If you right click on it, the module as well, and hit show module info, it actually gives you like the stats that it gives, which is kind of cool. It tells me that I get plus 10% damage for all types. So when I'm firing my missiles, I get 10% more damage on EM, thermal, kinetic, explosive, which is all of your different like ammo types that you use. I think heavy assault missile launchers are like the... Can I use 2s? No. See, I added this on here now. Sorry, whoever I was talking to earlier and I said the check marks means that you can use it. I was wrong. That actually means you can turn that module off or on. So when I do this, it makes it so that it doesn't use up the capacitor and CPU when I go like this. So that way there you can check your capacitor, how long it lasts. If I turn this back on, it's going to drop from 24 minutes to something else. Or it should have, but welcome back, guys. So I can't use 2s yet. And as I'm adding these heavy assault missile launchers on here, there's a firepower thing right here, which will tell you like your DPS. This tells you what your volley damage is, and this tells you basically you're just a single shot. What volley means, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while, but it means if you like group all of your missiles launchers together and you shoot them all at once, and they all hit, that's the total DPS, I guess, of all of your things hitting at the same time. So I think I had seven of these, and like I can't fit that last high slide yet because this ship only gives me 7 launchers. Let's see here. So now that I have all these launchers equipped, I can actually go in here and you can assign what missile types that you want to put in the module, and then the DPS will actually change depending on the type that you put. And this here, it'll say optimal. This is what your optimal range will be when you're firing the missiles. And then charges is just the type of missile that you have in there. Right now, if I was to use these Mjolnir heavy assault missiles with this launcher type, I would only be able to fire them at 18.9 kilometers or less, basically. And then you could put T1 missiles, faction missiles, defender missiles. Defender missiles are actually missiles, if you're not aware. It'll keep firing missiles out to block enemy missiles that are coming at you. Sometimes they can come in handy. Not a lot of people use it. So I'm just going to go with Inferno. I don't think I have the right launchers because that range just seems odd. I'm actually Galante race. That was the first one I started out with because I used to actually play MUDs. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with MUD or Mushes, but it was like a text-based game. So quite a few years ago, probably like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I used to play those. It was like text-based multiplayer game online. It was actually the first things that came out before like MMOs. But it was text-based. And I played that with a bunch of friends. It was like a Star Trek kind of game, and that's how I got introduced to EVE because they said that they played it, and they all had their own corporation. And then when I joined, they were all Galante, so that's why I actually joined that race. And they had a whole like training plan for that type of race. What was the best? Galante is more like a drone-based race. So like all of your ships that you have, a lot of the bonuses that you get for your ships are for your drones that you launch, the fighting when you're doing missions or whatever. Caldari is more like they're like all of their ships are mainly about shield tanking. So like they have very good shields. They're like a lot of missile boats, so they shoot a lot of like they have launchers that shoot missiles on them for the most part. Minmatar, their race is kind of like they use a lot of, I think it's what are those guns called? Aren't they the autocannon guys or something? Like there's Amarr and then there's Minmatar. I can't remember because I never really played those races, but yeah, there's artillery and autocannon. I think Amarr is laser based, right? They have like laser based kind of ships, and then Minmatar autocannons and artillery firing type of guys. And all of the ships have their own styles and looks. Not a lot of people played Minmatar a lot when it first came out, I noticed. I don't know if it was because people didn't really like the look of the ships or not, but they were the two biggest, I think, races that were mostly always played were probably Galante and Caldari. Then Amarr was kind of, it got more people started playing that race. But I was always into Galante. I did all of my training mostly for Galante ships. However, I think I like Caldari the most, just because of the shields and like Drakes were just always OP when the game came out. So everybody had Drake boats that were this OP shield tanking. Like it was just crazy. So that's why I started diversing off to. Yeah, I think that's why the people that I play with play Galante because of the looks of the ships. Galante ships. Maybe it's personal preference, or I don't know, but they seem to look the coolest. Caldari was just cool because of the missiles. Like everybody loved this firing missiles everywhere at everybody. Heavy missile launcher, that's what I wanted. The shield power relays, they give you, is it a better cycle on your shield booster? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I like the new effects of the missiles. I don't know if I can do heavy missile launchers twos. Hopefully I can. I think you need like missile launcher or missile 5 or something. Heavy missile specialization. Can I actually train that now and not need something else, I wonder? Oh, I need heavy missiles 5. Shit. I guess I can probably do like the tech one of those, right? It's kind of, it won't affect the build that much, just DPS. And probably range. I can't remember what stats the Tech 2 gives you. I could probably look if I want. Is this something that I can import into EVE? I can't remember, or EVE fitting tool. I'm trying to remember. Sweet. Literally, as soon as you copy from like the other application, when you Alt-Tab back to eFitting tool, it like says that it's going to import it. That's pretty cool. So this is going to tell me what I can't equip, like where it's red up here that I was telling you guys. Oh, I gotta put myself here. You have to hover for a few seconds. So basically the only thing that I can't use here of the fitting that Force gave me is basically the heavy missile launcher 2. So I just got to do the single version. If you actually right click on it and hit open market group, what it'll do is it'll actually show all of the versions of this type of launcher over here on the left. So it's kind of quick instead of searching for it or going in here. Just a quick tip for you guys. So I'll do heavy missile launcher 1. I could probably go with other named variations of this launcher. However, they get more expensive when you buy them, of course, but they'll give you like pretty close stats to what the Tech 2 version would be. You just got to pay more money. So they're like higher tiers for that. For an example, if I go in here into the market, heavy missile launcher, and I see the ones, I just showed info on it, go to variations. So if I remember correctly, I think the top one is the best tier. Yeah, I have EveMon as well. Yeah, it's still good to use. If you go to Battle Clinic and search for EveMon on there, I always usually take the latest snapshot version of it because it gives me like the newest version for them, which can be bad, of course, if they have glitches or whatever. You might have some issues, but I just like having the newest of everything. Install that, set up your API, kind of like I did for the eFitting tool, and then you can see how much money you have. It gives you alerts on what skills you're training when they're done. All kinds of stuff. You can even map out training plans for yourself to show like how you want to train things and when they're going to end and all that stuff. So it's really, really cool. I actually have, I'll show you guys actually. I've never used it though. I've always liked eFitting tool. So this is EveMon. I already have my character set up in here. So I have a plan set up, right? This is for my corporation, and like these are all the skills that I have to train and to be able to do decent wormhole operations. It's going to take me approximately these all train. I mean, they'll probably still let me in to do stuff for the wormhole operations because that's a long time, right? That's like a third of a year. So, but it's really cool because it shows me my training plan, how much time it's going to take. You can set up different columns. If you right click at the top, you can, or actually it's up here, you can pick what columns you want to set. So I'm training all this stuff to be sufficient in a wormhole. So yeah, check out EveMon. It's on Battle Clinic. It's not too hard to install. So getting back to the heavy missile launchers, when you look at the different variations, they have like Tech 1, Tech 2. Storyline is like you're doing missions and you can get one through storyline from a mission. Faction, of course, is like faction named ones. You can get those if you scan like sites down. You find like rare NPC kind of plexes that you can do. And you go in, and sometimes there'll be named NPCs that you can fight and kill. And when you kill them, they drop like usually faction type of stuff. Like it could be anything, like weapons, blueprints, ammo types, like just real random stuff, right? And a lot of it sells for pretty good money. Like you can go and sell it for in JITA or something like that, sell a contract with all these named faction stuff and make millions and millions of ISK. It's crazy. Yeah, faction stuff probably has gone up with the new AI changes because it's harder to do the plexes with the new wraths, especially with the bugs going on right now. But I used to do that. I'll probably do it for the stream every once in a while for you guys. I'll do scanning sites so that if you're not familiar with it, you'll see how it's done. how you do like the hidden rat plexes to get the rare drops like this for faction. You can make really good money doing it in short. Like I used to do it and scan, find these sites and scan them down in a few minutes. And for like a half an hour's worth of work, you can like find a faction drop that sells for 100 million ISK or something. You go legit and make a contract. So it is worth it to do those. However, there is a lot of people that actually do it, so sometimes it can be hard to find the sites because most systems will be cleared out. And some of them, when you go into these plexes for the NPC hidden ones that you scan down, you'll go in and you'll like do the whole, like you'll go through one gate, the second gate, the third gate, kind of like when you do missions. And then sometimes like you'll go to kill the last guy in there, the named NPC, and he'll like fly off and you have to like go like 6 jumps to find him again and do the other site. And so sometimes it can take a while to do, not always, but it's cool. Sometimes you'll get used to it too. If you do enough of them, you'll notice like a trend. You'll be like, oh, I know what this plex is. I've done this one before. So you can kind of rush through it, kill a certain building or something in space, and you'll be able to do it, right? So the more you do them, the more you're familiar you get with them. But they kind of try to make it randomized as much as they can. They're fun to do, though. It breaks it up from like just mining or just doing missions from time to time. But it can be hard to sell the contracts too. Like you have to go on JIT and stuff and do it. Thank you very much, Seki. That's what I'm trying to do for you guys. I'm trying to be interactive. If I talk too much, let me know. I know you guys want to see the game too, but I want to I'm getting back into the game myself. I'm getting familiar with a lot of the different interface stuff, the tools that I used to use. So I'm kind of liking explaining it to you guys because it's refreshing me as well, but I want to help you guys too if you're new to the game, or even if you are an experienced player but you just forgot some of this stuff or coming back to the game, whatever. I'll be doing this most evenings, so just follow me on Twitch and you'll get a message whenever I come online, and I'll keep doing this interactive stuff. I'll try to improve my stream quality. I'm probably going to get better internet upgrades so I can do even clearer picture. I want to do 1080p 60 frames per second for you guys. I have the CPU computer set up to do it. Internet, not so much. I'll probably have to pay more per month to do it, but that's fine. I'll try to do a better playlist for my music. I'm sure it's probably been repeating through some songs. I don't have a huge list set up yet. I listen to all kinds of music, so you guys will probably hear all kinds of stuff. So I'm a programmer as well. I work from home. I do a lot of web-based programming. I pretty much know almost all languages. So I'll probably be doing set up some bots in MIRC, do things where you guys can kind of interact through chat by rating songs, requesting songs to play. Like I'm going to try to do stuff like that for you guys too. Oh, nice. I actually never took courses myself. I've all self-taught. I'm actually 30 years old. I know it's kind of old for playing games, but I know people that are like 40, almost close to 50 that play video games still. But I pretty much taught myself everything. I never actually went to school. I did for 1 year, but it wasn't really computer science. But I taught all of my languages, like C++, PHP, ASP, MySQL, like all of those different languages. Eve, been playing that since 2007. I did play the beta too before it launched. Yeah, I know exactly, right, Zeki? Like, I like look at like my parents and the stuff that like radio and TV was a cool thing. Like for my parents, they're like 50 or 60 now, right? For us, it was like video games came out. We had Atari, the Commodore, like Nintendo, Super Nintendo. You know what I mean? Like all the systems that came out. Like I don't picture myself never playing games. I know you get older and you mature and you have other obligations in your life, but like I don't know how I could give up video games. I feel like I'm not going to be that senile old guy because my mind was always like into games and constantly thinking about stuff. So hopefully I don't go like Alzheimer's or senile because of it. Maybe. Maybe it's a good thing doing video games. I don't know. Stimulates your brain. I'm sure my kids will be into it. They're already playing games. They love it. They're kind of like me. So, yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to play games for a while and don't go senile and forget how to play them. Alright, so I have this setup in here that Force gave me. I appreciate that, man. I'm going to do the Tech 1 versions. So you have Scourge in there. It's dropping the DPS, but it's not like that bad. Okay, so I can equip everything. The only thing right now is the CPU is off by like 20. My effective HP is 57,330, which is pretty good compared to what I had before. So it's saying I get 260 effective HP per second when I'm running my so like with this build I don't recharge my shield, or does it recharge somehow with this? Like, how does that work? It recharges by itself, so it actually recharges 260 health per second. Like, that's pretty cool. I'm actually doing level 3s right now. Angron, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I was going to do level 4s, but there's like with the new AI that they did with the NPCs, there's like a bug right now where the whole room, like, I don't know if this is intentional. People are telling me that it's a bug in my corporation, but the whole room like aggroes to you, and like everything triggers in the room too. Like the triggers aren't working right. And what I mean by triggers for the new people is like sometimes when you kill a certain type of rat in the Plex, oh, it was fixed? I don't know if it was fixed because I just did a level 3 earlier and I lost my Drake. Like, I went in and the whole room was aggroed to me and everything was triggering everywhere. It's the mission that I was doing, it was New Frontiers. I think it was 4 of 7. So like they still will all lock on to you now? So it doesn't matter where you are? I think with this setup that Force gave me. Oh, okay. I think the setup that Force gave me will probably be a cakewalk. I just need to get my CPU up. I don't think I have do I have implants on this champ? I'm saying champ because I'm so used to playing League of Legends. I have a bounty on me, that's awesome. Implants. So I have none on this character. There's a thing that you can click here, and it'll like say that it'll. Did they take that out? Oh, here we go. So if you hover over it here, it'll actually tell you that the type of implant you can buy to get your CPU enough that you can actually fit all this stuff. So right now it says it can be fitted with Xanu, Gypsy, Electronics, EE604. There's a skill that you need to train to use these though. It's called Cybernetics. 4% 2 ships. So I need 4% CPU to batch this. Technically, I could take a ballistic control system off and put a CPU thing on here. You mean the tractor beam? I mean, I could buy this CPU thing, though. I think the reason he put the tractor beam on there was so that I could pull in the salvage wrecks or the loot, and then I can loot it, the wrecks. Xanu and Gypsy. I'm just going to see how much that thing is. probably didn't spell it right. Z-A-I-N. What? I think it's this one. Yeah. There's like none in my region that I'm in. Yeah. What's the highest metas again? I can't remember. There's like certain levels that it goes. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if I did like for both of those, if I do like CPU is 32, so this one's probably the most expensive. So this gives me plus 2156. So I lose like 500 for my effective HP. And the signature radius is smaller on this though. This one here. Yeah, just like by 3. That's hilarious. Yeah, that one's probably the best one. Let's see what this large FS9. Oh wow, yeah, those aren't expensive at all. Three jumps, 389. I need 2 of those, right? 2. Alright, so I need an EM Ward Field 2. I'm just going to buy the parts here, guys. I'm trying to find like 1.7. Yeah. I'm going to have to fly a few places to get this, so just bear with me. So I need one of those. The Tash Merkin one or whatever it is. Yeah, I hate flying all over the place. It sucks. Adaptive and vulnerability field too. I think those are kind of... A lot of stuff is at this Agile place and it's kind of cheap. At least in this area. Yeah, I bought those. I need a phased weapon navigation. Buy one of those here. It's the cheapest in the area. Heavy missile launcher. I have 3, so I need 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I may have already bought those. No. Have a good night, Seki. Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. Precision missiles? Is that like, there's like a certain name? So what's the best ammo to use? Like I think each ammo is like does a different type, right? I don't have that stuff anymore. I used to have like notes as to whatever you're fighting against, you would swap the type of ammo. Yeah, I only have T1 right now, Ground. I gotta get my missiles up to 5. Heavy missiles, I think it was, or something like that. So I just got the Tech 1. Yeah, it definitely depends on when you fight, and you can swap your ammos out to do the different damages like EM, thermal, kinetic, explosive. So I usually buy all the different types. So I got this. Okay, so I have all the launchers. I gotta go for all this stuff. I need medium core defense field percher. Because I'm a noob, that's why. Forrest said the same thing earlier. He's like, yeah, because I didn't have any passive shield tanking on it. I had I had to actually activate it, so I had active. Well, the thing is I never really played Caldari stuff before, like their ships. I started out as a Galante, right? So I was always like armor tanking and stuff. So you were running all the armor modules, and I was always usually did active tanking. This is probably normal price, I would say. 3.3 million. Probably can get them cheaper elsewhere, but whatever. I needed how many of those? 3. Okay, cool. Get a tractor beam for all that loot. So I got all that. I think I bought these, right? I need a shield power relay too. I think everything I bought was pretty much at the same spot that Agil. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so ballistic control 1s. So I didn't buy the 2s. Maybe I did though. EM blah 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 blah. So I didn't get the ballistic control 2s. Or maybe I couldn't use them. No, I can use them. Okay, I got everything, so I just gotta go pick it up now. Just fly there and pick that stuff up. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I would have had for effective HP before. Probably not a whole lot. It was probably like in the 20,000 range, and I was like actively tanking, so. I can't remember, is it like good to, I think my cam screwed up. Is my stream still streaming properly? Yeah, my cam is screwed up. What the hell? My cam like died or something. What the hell? Alright, I'll fly to this place while I'm fixing that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I thought oh, I never plugged in my phone. That's hilarious. I thought I did. It just died on me. Alright, that's plugged in. Fix this here. There we go. I can't remember, but for the missile launchers, I can't remember if it's like better to group them or to have them all ungrouped. Yeah, that's what I heard too, like, because it just hits like one huge volley, right? It's like boom. But then you can't like split up your missiles, I guess. Yeah, I suppose that's true, right? Because you could like fire off the whole set of those 7 and like it's just overkill. So it might be better to have like a couple of groups of 2 or something. Like a 2, 2, and a 3. I think you can do that, right? You can set up multiple groups. Yeah, it depends on the ship for sure. Probably for level 3s, like it's not that hard. Oh, I had ammo here? Oh no, this is showing the same thing. Throws me off every time. Alright. Yeah, I gotta get drones too. Almost forgot about that. Fit to active ship. Alright, so I have that. The only thing I have to get is from 2 of those. Yeah. Wow, that's selling for a really bad price. Alright, so I have all that, so I just gotta go to this other place. I probably should buy a little bit more ammo. So Nova is explosive. This is thermal. Kinetic. So I got kinetic, thermal, explosive. What's the fourth one again? EM, that's it. What is that called? It's like Inferno. Majolner? Yeah. So yeah, I'll go pick up the shield reduction things, which is the shield extenders. Wow, my capacitor lasts for like 33 minutes. It's crazy. A black bar over the modules? Where do you see that? Yeah. So this is if I was to run the tractor beam, but I mean, I'm not going to be firing the launchers or using these things when I'm probably looting the salvage anyways, right? So I should have picked up a salvage drone. Does it take long to salvage stuff? A copy of the chat. It's on the stream. Are you talking about like at the very top? Like right here? Oh. Just 1 second. Why is that not showing? The screen region like messed up. Just 1 second. Oh, you know what? I know what's going on. I'll just leave it off for now. I was trying to show earlier my now playing for my music. I'm not sure for streaming. There's like window mode, fixed window. Whoa, that's weird. Why isn't it like going to the full size? Nice, yeah. If you get a good corp kill, it's fun, man, when you're playing with a lot more other people, right? So. But yeah, that black bar that you were seeing, it was supposed to be showing my now playing, but I didn't have it set up on my XSplit properly. I didn't notice it was doing that. The reason it wasn't showing anything was because I'm hiding my Chrome browser with Stream Privacy executable, so it wasn't showing anything. So I'll go pick up these extenders, put them on, and then my ship is pretty much set to do missions. Didn't realize I had to jump this far to go to this place. I'm not talking as much now, guys, because it's getting pretty late where I am, so I'm getting a little tired. You probably noticed. I actually started streaming kind of late tonight. I was playing some other games with some buddies earlier. I was playing some League of Legends. We actually were doing pretty good. We had like a full 5 team of people, and we were rocking it out. I don't think we lost a game that I played today. Let's double check while I'm flying there just to see. If you guys have never played this before, definitely try it out. It's free to play. It's a very competitive PvP type of game. And they're just about to start the new season, Season 3, so it's a good time to start playing if you do. Yeah, so I played today, the 14th, and like we didn't lose a game. I was pretty much carrying my team the whole time. I played Olaf, dominated the top lane, I think it was 9-3-12, 6-2-8, 16-6-9, 8-3-3, 7-7-14. This was literally like the first time I played Shen. We just rolled team. Like the bulwark thing, like this build here, I think this game here I had like close to 300 armor and like 200 magic resist or something like that. It was just stupid. I was just rolling everybody. My highest I got for ranked is 1407 for this season, but I'm down to 1245 currently. I was getting some really, really bad like games in a row the other day. But if you guys follow me and you like League of Legends, I usually swap it up every once in a while. I'll play like League of Legends. I might start streaming that for you guys too. But I was mainly focusing on Eve right now. But I usually swap it up. Like I play League, I play Eve. Really, I think that's the only 2 games that me and my buddies have been playing the most right now. Is League of Legends. But any games I play, I'll probably stream them. So if you enjoy me streaming and talking and interacting, I usually try to do that across all my games, especially League of Legends, just to give you my thought process on what I'm doing when I'm playing. But yeah, if you like PvP and competitive type game, sorry for yawning at you guys. Try out League of Legends. It's free, made by Riot Games. They did a really good job. People play it as an esport professionally, kind of like StarCraft. They play it professionally. It's similar to Dota if you used to play Dota. They have like 104 or 5 champions. They release a new one every couple weeks to a month. They're constantly adding skins for your characters. Yeah, I don't know, it's really, really fun. I enjoyed it. I invested quite a bit of money into the game, to be honest, mostly on skins. Just because I like to change it up every once in a while. Yeah, I actually played Supreme Commander. I didn't play it like competitively or anything. I don't think there's a competitive market on it. I don't know, but like I played it with friends. Like I have part 1 and 2. I think I have part 2 on Steam. But I really liked it. It's fun. I think it's really cool, especially when your like main guy dies and it's like a big nuke that blows up. It's really interesting. But I'll stream some other games that I play too throughout the week with my buddies. They're a pretty good group of guys, and we're always laughing and going on, so it should be entertaining for you guys. There's definitely a lot of raging and cursing when League of Legends is being played, though. A lot of blaming too. Like a lot of my buddies blame their deaths and stuff and don't take ownership, but that's what most people do in League. Probably 90% of the time it's your own fault for making a bad play, but everybody just blames it on somebody else. It's just easier to do it that way. Alright, so I'll get these extenders, fit them to the ship. I should have everything on here now that was in my e-fitting tool. They don't show your, I guess, effective HP. Oh, shit. I thought I bought a tractor beam. Oh, I guess it's back where I was doing the missions at. Yeah, it's back where my missions are at, actually. Alright, so I'm good to go. Whoa, is this like a bug? CCP needs to fix that stuff. Just kidding. I think it refreshes when you go through like a gate or something like that. I wonder like how that happens. Like, are they like replacing, like they do some new coding on something and then they replace and overwrite like new code with old code or something, and then these bugs come back? It's weird. I have like the hugest welt on my shoulder. What the hell? It's massive. I can feel like this huge lump. It's like a pimple, but it's like it's fucking annoying. That Charon is still making its way to like that. He must be autopiloting. It's kind of dangerous because nobody's going to kill him in high sec though. It would take forever. Yeah, it's still bugged out. Weird. Yeah, I could see why I died that time pretty fast. 'Cause there's like no structure on these at all. Did you go through like those tutorial things that Aura person gives you, or Aurora, or whatever her name is? You're probably going to want to go through those and not skip it. It'll like basically explain what to do, like on dock now, bring up this window, train this skill, or do this and that. You have to kind of have to. I think the tutorial thing was screwed up a bit because when I first started playing again, or wait, I think I made another trial account before I refreshed this one. You jumped a little sick, welcome to you. Yeah, so like I think in the past it wouldn't allow you to skip ahead the tutorial. It would be like do this, and then when you did it, it would allow you to skip to the next part. But I think with the new tutorial system, I don't know if it's a bug or a glitch or intended, but you can like keep hitting next without doing anything that it says. So. That's 2. Also, too, since you're just starting out, whenever you buy ships, you should get insurance on them. Because if you lose them and you don't have insurance, you don't get very much money back. The game will still give you a default amount back, so that you're not royally screwed. Yeah, I guess if you expect to lose them. Unfortunately, I wasn't expecting to lose this Drake when I was doing that mission, but I was just being stupid, not paying attention. And I didn't have it insured, so I got a really, really low amount back for the ship, and then I lost all those like Tech 2 modules that I had on it, so all in all, I lost a lot of money. But most times it doesn't cost too much money to get like the max insurance on it. And it will tell you like how much money you'll get back. Like right now, if I hit insure, up in the corner here, I hover over it and click on my Drake, hit insure. It says, do you really want to do it, etc., etc. Say yes. So they have basic, standard, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Platinum's, it goes from the lowest to the best. And it'll tell you like what your estimated payout is when you lose a ship. So since I had none at all, I got about 18 million when I lost it. So had I have even just took the basic, I would have got 23 million. So platinum gives me 46 million, which technically I think right now is not a bad idea, considering I'm pretty sure I can buy them cheaper than that. Or close to it. Yeah, so that it wouldn't make sense for them to do that, but basically people are going about 48 million to buy one, which is like literally like 2 million or so above what the insurance would pay you out for it, which is good. So I'm going to insure it. Okay. It sends you a nice little email to tell you, you know, hey, if you're a moron and didn't realize what you just did, we're going to let you know. So yeah, I pretty much sunk a lot of money, and I went from 112 million to 67. And if you ever lose a ship, if you can get back to where you lost it without losing another ship, it's always good to go back and check your wreck, because sometimes you can get lucky and it drops most of your stuff that you had like equipped on the ship. That's what I did. I went back with this Drake to find my wreck, and I looted it really quick and left. I was unfortunate. It didn't give me a lot of my stuff back. I lost quite a bit of stuff, probably like 50 million worth of stuff. And then all in all, I probably lost like 80 million because I got 18 million for the Drake when they cost like 48 to buy. Hey Samuel, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining and watching. We're just fitting a Drake for level 3 missions. I lost one earlier because I'm a huge noob to doing a level 3 mission. Wasn't really paying attention, so I'm refitting another one, but this time it's a lot better fit. Forced Register, who's in chat, actually helped me out with it. So I'm gonna go see if I can finish this. Yeah, a lot of people that have been coming in the stream tonight definitely didn't know how to play the game, or said it was their first time, or they're coming back, that sort of thing. Yeah, I would say it's probably like one of the best space MMOs for a variety of reasons. One, it's like on one sandbox, they call it. So like it's just one server that everybody's on, and they can PvP and fight against each other, and everybody trades together, so the market works like straight across the board. And there's just so much to the game, like it's crazy. It can be definitely overwhelming if you're just going to start playing it. I definitely recommend sticking to it and playing for at least a couple months, because that's usually kind of how you get the feel for it. There really isn't, like, if you think about it, it's like, what kind of space games are there for MMO? I mean, what, Star Trek Online? That's not even comparable. And it's like, it flopped and it's now free to play. But this game is just, they're constantly evolving it. They're adding on a console game for PS3 that's going to link into the PC version. Like, how cool is that, right? And like, the console game kind of reminds me of like a Halo style kind of first-person shooter. So I think it's going to be really, really cool. You like hire mercenaries off of Xbox Live to fight for planets that you are trying to control in the space game on PC. That's really cool, right? It's like they're integrating stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they're going to make it too that like you can control things that happen to the planet that the people are on Xbox Live. So I think you can do like bombings and stuff. I'm pretty sure. If not, then they should do that. I think that'd be cool as shit. That like you could be like, okay, I'm going to order like a strike at this spot on a planet because the people, the mercenaries that we have are part of our corporation. I don't know. It's just really, really cool, the stuff that they're going to be doing with the game. And I mean, hey, every expansion that they do is free, right? All you have to do is pay your subscription to play, and even after you're in this game playing for a while, you can make enough ISK in like sometimes a day that you can like buy. They call them plexes. They're like a pilot license thing that you buy, and they renew your account for 30 days. So you like use in-game money, which is ISK in this game, to keep paying your account over and over, right? So you technically can play this game for free as long as you play it, as long as you make enough ISK. And that's another reason why a lot of people do. They're actually way higher than when I used to play the game. When I played this game mostly actively, they're selling for 300 to 400 million. Now they're some selling for 600 million, but most are around the 500 range. But I've seen some that were like 650 million that you get for them now, which is pretty sick compared to what they used to be. I remember there was a time, I'm pretty sure they went down to like almost 300 million because people were just kind of screwing with the system, and they're just trying to like Jew people. People would go and buy them, and then they would get like stupid prices for them. But now the prices they're like way up compared to the last few expansions that I played. I'm not sure why, but things must have changed to cause that to happen. So I can try this mission again, and I don't know if I'm going to have to fly out or not. See how much damage they do to me. I think people were saying earlier the best thing to do is to keep moving in your ship, I guess, away from them, and then just keep firing your missiles. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what kind of guys were in there so that I can know for my damage. I used to have a note, I think, on my character that would tell me, but I think it's gone now. I've never really used target painters before, so you just like kind of put it on a guy and then fire at him, I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure if I were to launch my drones, they're probably going to die super fast. And what I'm going to do, a good thing to do is on your overview, like right now I'm going to go here and I'm going to align to a station. That way there, if I start to see, like they're going through my shield like freaking crazy here. So when I'm about to die, I'm just going to warp out. It peaks at 33% like shield status. So target painters are there, like you put those on the ones that are like really close to you, so it gives you like a better chance to hit them. Is that what it is? Oh crap. What's this mission called? What the hell? Okay. Kinetic thermal. I thought there was a way that you could right click and see the charge info, but whatever. Kinetic, what did it say? Kinetic thermal? So no Nova. None of that. So Infernal and Scourge. Yeah, I think that's what I did. I put one thermal and then I put a bunch of Scourge. Wow, what the hell is this? This guy's like recharging his shields like freaking crazy. Do you guys see that? Like, why is he regenning so much? All my drones are dead already. That's hilarious. I'm so great at this game. Well, something's got to be repairing him. I think I'll eventually get him here. I've never actually, like, for a level 3 had this much issue where I'm shooting a guy and he's, like, not dying. It's, like, crazy. I'm in his structure now. This is the new frontier. Level 3. Oh, this is 1 of 7. Shit. Thank you. Which ones are EM again? Mjolnir? That's why I was like, why am I doing like no damage to these guys? It's taking forever. That's hilarious. Come on. Nice. He's dead. Are they all? Do they all repair quick? I think it was just that guy. Be a lot quicker if I had my drones going, but. Oh, really? I can just go kill them? Okay. Oops. It's gonna take a while to get to that guy. Fire at these guys while I'm walking towards them. Kill them. Kill them. Boom. Yeah, the effects that they do for the missiles now are pretty cool looking. Like, I like that. These are drones too, right? Yeah. They suck. Yeah, this is going way better this time compared to last time I came in here. Boom. It's really cool. I like the changes that they did with the UI and stuff. You mean add more of the shield power relays? Is that what does it? Boom. All these other guys are on me now. Yeah, I guess the aggro thing is fixed, but it must have been just because I was staying still last time I went in, but... Yeah, it's a Drake battle cruiser. It's Caldari, the name of the race that the ship is for. They do... This type of ship is a shield tanker. Pretty much passive shield tankers, and they are missile bolts, so they just fire tons of missiles. You can equip a lot of missile launchers on them. This is a guy that I gotta kill. Where am I at? I'm way over here. Here comes the missiles. The missiles aren't reaching that far. What was my optimal range? 58.7. They're hitting them now, though. Yeah. Yeah, level 1s are a lot. These ones here, you start, like, level 3s, they start being more medium-sized and, like cruisers, battle cruisers, and you'll get a few battleships here and there. Level 4s is, like, tons of battleships and battle cruisers. One more volley. So the mission's done, I'm pretty sure. Or, no, I gotta get that container from him. Shit. Because I gotta pick up this AI crap. Oh, I forgot my tractor beam. Level 4s are cool because you get like millions of ISK for bounties when you kill like the battle cruisers and the battleships, some of them. And when you go in and like the loot's decent, you get good items that drop from the wrecks. Yeah, technically I could bookmark it, fly out and come back in. Save location, submit. I'm at Kittlid 2. So what I'm doing now is I'm warping out like Force suggested. I right-clicked on the container here in my overview, and when you hit save location, it allows you to put a bookmark to the coordinates of where it is. So the system I'm in, it tells me like I'm near Planet 2, so I don't have to warp far. I'm just gonna I click planets. Planet 2 is the closest, and then I'm gonna warp back in. Right on that bookmark that I made, and then I'll loot it, and then I'll just fly out so I don't have to waste my time killing all those guys, because when you kill drones are pretty crappy. They don't really give you good loot. They usually only give you, if they do drop wrecks, when they drop them and you loot them, they give you usually minerals that you can refine at a station and then sell them whatever minerals it gives you. So usually for those type of missions, you want to just kind of speed through them and do whatever the objective is. That's usually what most people do with missions. They just bust right through it real quick just so you can get the money for it, and then there's usually a bonus, and you get the money for that. If you're with a group of people in a corp, sometimes it's good to make fleets with people, and then you can share doing missions with each other. And sometimes even if you're not there, as they're completing them, if you're within a certain amount of jumps of where they are, it doesn't allow you to jump to the container. It basically put me like in the wherever you would fly into that encounter. So yeah, usually I don't either, but if it's like a level 4 or something, sometimes I'll just go in and do all the salvage and looting, because you can make a lot of money doing it, but sometimes it's not even worth it. You make quick money if you just keep doing the missions. But where I was talking before about the fleets, you can fleet with people in your corp. If you know they're doing missions, just ask them, say, hey, can I fleet with you? Because you'll get standing, because whenever you complete missions, you get standing, right? I might as well kill these guys while I'm flying up to that container. And then, yeah, you just say, hey, can I join a fleet? And they allow you to join the fleet, and then you share like the money, the standing. It's really, really good for getting your standing up. If you know people in your corp that are doing a ton of missions. Some people won't let you join because they don't want to split their share of money and stuff, but it's like whatever. Wow, there's a lot of ships there. They're doing like 1 damage, 2 damage, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3. So many shots. Like, that's crazy how many shots are being fired off at me. Now, if I would have equipped my tractor beam, I could have pulled this container to me. If I remember correctly, I remember people telling me that when you do fire your missiles, if you do have them split up, I think it's good to fire them in like hit your, say, like I have F1 through F3 there set up. Do like F1, wait a few seconds, hit the next one, and then wait a few seconds and hit the next one, because it like messes up their rep cycle. So like if they're repairing their shields or armor, for example, if they're armor tanking, then it kind of messes up that cycle. Every time they're doing the cycle, they regen their health. So I can get out of here. I picked up the item. I looted that wreck, the container that popped out from that battleship. We'll go back and turn in the mission. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, instead of me where you would just shoot the whole volley at them, if you spread it out, it'll just kind of keep constant pressure on them, like doing damage. and it just tears away better at them. Whereas if you were to do like one blast, and if their cycle hits every time after you do that blast, and it reps the whole amount of damage, you know what I mean? So. That one was really weird though, that guy, like, just some random NPC, like, just, yeah, I'll recharge my shields, like, crazy. I think I lost the bonus for this one, because I actually started some of these missions a while ago, like, yesterday or something, and I'm just completing them. So that one's finished. Actually, I think I'm going to go to bed right now because I'm super tired and I got to get up with my kids in the morning. But tomorrow, I'll probably try to stream a little bit earlier and stream longer for you guys. But most times I'm usually streaming around 0300 Eve time. It just really depends. Like, it's the weekend, so I could stream longer. It just really depends if I do a lot of stuff with my family and stuff. But yeah, just if you like interacting with me, watching and seeing what you saw, I try to talk to you guys a lot. I try to interact with chat. I'm trying to make my stream better. I just started kind of streaming in the last week. So if you have any feedback, email me, message me on Twitch. If you have any suggestions about anything, let me know. I'm going to try to do this regularly. I'll probably be mixing up games too throughout the week. If you do follow me, like, I play EVE, I play League of Legends, I play tons of games. So I'll try to bring good content to you guys. I'm trying to get better at this game. I've been away for a while, so I'm kind of relearning everything. But yeah, just hit the follow button, and I'll try to, whenever I go live, you guys will see it through email. I really appreciate you guys kind of sitting here with me tonight, watching me. The people that keep coming back every night since I started, I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm just going to crash out, get some sleep, and hopefully I'll be able to stream more for you guys tomorrow. So peace out, guys. I love you all. Have a good night.